What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. I kind of, ever since I've started seeing growth on this channel and I'm talking about investments and, money and stuff like this, something triggered me the other day. And most of the time comments don't really bother me. But somebody hopped into the video and said, "Oh, I'm on Tweaker YouTube. How do I get off Tweaker YouTube?" Just being a smartass. I guess because they seen me, they seen I have tattoos, they seen, what I look like maybe. And so they were very quick to judge of who they thought I was, right? Just an old tweaker here on YouTube trying to tell people where to put their money or, talking about what I'm doing. Very quick to judge, right? So after that happened, I got to thinking, maybe I should just be honest with people and tell them, a little bit about who I am, a little bit about where I come from, and just stick with me for a little bit. Just stick with me. I promise you I won't, sit here and rant. I promise you I won't sit here and take too much of your time. I just want to give you my backstory of where I come from and where I'm at today and how I got here. So starting out about, I'd say 10, 15 years ago, I got heavy on drugs. I was a full-blown drug addict, from doing opiates to heroin to cocaine to smoking crack, all the above, right? If you had it, I would do it. I was, top of the top, out there breaking the law, out there stealing stuff. I mean, just no holds barred, right? I was a piece of shit. And that went on for, years, man, years. I was shooting dope, living in the woods. I was homeless for 2 years, moved across the country to Arizona for a year, was homeless in Arizona, moved back across the country to Tennessee, was homeless in Tennessee. All the time I was still getting high, doing drugs, and nothing changed, right? I was just trying to run from my problems. If I go out here, I'll be fine. I'm getting away from the old people, places, and things, and I'll be fine. But little did I know, wherever I went, my old self followed my ass, right? So it didn't matter where I went, I would always sniff out the bad stuff, right? I would always gravitate to those kind of people and, find drugs wherever I was. Luckily, in Tennessee, it wasn't all bad, right? That's where I eventually met my wife that I have today. And first wife, I've only been married once. But anyway, I was in and out of rehabs, in and out of Christian rehabs, been to, probably 13 different rehabs, in and out of mental hospitals. Not because I had a mental illness, just because I scared people. I scared my family by the type of person I was. I even robbed my family at one time. I stole all their cards out of their wallet and went and drained their bank account. I was a true piece of shit. Anyway, time goes by, I get locked up, and I do about a year in jail, prison. And I had met my wife before this. And this was about 2017, I think it was, about 2017. I'm 9 years sober now. So this is whatever the math adds up, right? I haven't really been keeping track of it because I don't really like thinking about my past. I did what I did. That's great. I don't regret anything because it wouldn't have made me the man I am today. I don't regret doing anything I ever did, because I'm who I am today, which is somebody I never thought I could be, right? But anyway, I get locked up, I get released, and from that time of getting released from prison, I have not touched a single drug or anything at all, right? I've ended up, since then, having a family. I got 2 kids. I have a beautiful wife. I have a beautiful home, my own home. I own my own home. I've moved my mother in with me. My dad passed away about a year and a half ago, so I had to take my mother under my wing. And given just 10 years ago, my mother had a restraining order on me. My family had restraining orders on me, didn't want me nowhere around them. Because literally, man, anytime I come around, shit would go missing. I was nodding out at family functions. I was just a mess. I was just an absolute mess. And I just love how people are so quick to judge other people about just on their appearance, right? And they'd have no fucking idea what somebody's been through, how far they've come, or, you know, anything like that. You just gotta love some people out here in this world. They're just so scummy. So scummy. Have no sympathy for people. They look at somebody for 2 seconds and like, oh, well, he's an addict. Look at him. He looks like he's an addict. Those kind of people don't even need to be out here in this world. They need to just be in their own corner somewhere, because they just don't understand how life really works, right? They've had a silver spoon up their ass their entire life, and they don't understand struggle. They've never had to deal with struggle. Yes, they might have had to deal with some kind of minor issues, but when it comes to my story, we all go through stuff differently, right? We all go through struggles, and don't matter what your struggle is. If you made it out the other side, you've made a huge accomplishment, right? But back to my story, you know, when I first got out of prison, I didn't have nothing. I didn't have a pot to piss in. While I was in there, my wife had scrounged up enough to get us a little apartment so we could raise our son in. You know, I was trying to find a job, trying to find in and out of jobs. And now, guys, going on 9 years, you know, now the stock market has helped change my entire life, right? And this is one thing I really want to get through to people. If somebody's watching this video struggling, or, you know, been through the same road I've been on, like, there is hope out there, man. Years ago, I never in a million years would imagine of me being where I am today. I got busy. I started learning about the stock market. I mean, hours and hours and hours of research. And here's the beautiful part. You don't have to have thousands of dollars to get started. You can start with as little as $5. You can start with as little as $1. Just make sure you start putting money in the market, man. Put money in. Buy the highs. Who gives a shit? If the market's going straight up, who cares? Just keep pushing money into the market, and you will thank yourself years down the line. Yes, the markets are going to have bad years. Yes, the markets are going to have good years. But none of that matters if you're not in it and you're not here to take advantage of it. 10 years ago, I was a piece of shit just getting out of prison, and now I own everything I have, and I'm building wealth in the stock market. It's just something I'm super proud of. I'm super grateful for. And if anybody, you know, anytime I can, I love reaching out to the people in need. And somebody left a comment on one of my videos. If you're watching this, thank you, because it gave me this idea to make this video. He said, bro, after I watched your video, I made a little bit of money because I seen what you said. I put it in the queue or whatever. And he said, I made like $700, $800. He said, but I don't need it. He said, I'm going to give probably half of it to the homeless and needy people around my city because they need it more than I do. It makes a difference. You know, it might not feel like it in the moment because you see these people and you're like, man, I don't want to give them nothing. They're probably just going to go get drugs. But you might not think so, but in their mind, it still lets them people know, because they could have nobody, right? You could give somebody some money, and that could be their only human interaction they've ever had, and lets people know they still care about them and that they still have a purpose in life. It's important. It's very important. You know, some people are against it, but, you know, I wholeheartedly, if you're able to give back to the needy, not only does it do good for them, it also does good for you and your spirit as well. But anyway, man, short little rant, tangent. I just wanted to let you guys know who I am, where I come from, and how much this stuff really does mean to me, right? I'm not on here trying to get monetized by YouTube just to scrape in money to, you know, go blow it, right? Or anything like that. I'm here because I care. I'm here because I took the long road. I spent hours and hours and hours learning about the stock market, because I was a high school dropout, right? I didn't know nothing about finance. I didn't know anything about a Roth IRA. I didn't know anything about the S&P 500, right? I've all learned this on my own through YouTube. Was a big part of it. And now that I look back these, you know, few years, man, from me being homeless with needles hanging out of my arm, shooting heroin, to now I have actually built wealth in the stock market. I have a nice Roth IRA. I have a nice private portfolio. I've got my wife set up with her retirement. I own my own house. I bought my mom a house to put on our land. It's possible, man. It's possible, and it's a beautiful thing if you just, you know, put your nose down and just invest in the market, even when you don't think it's worth it, right? Because it 100% is worth it. every dollar you put in the market that you can afford, you're making progress. And yourself years down the road will absolutely thank you. But I just want to let y'all know, you know, so you're not just, you know, oh, this guy's just on YouTube trying to make money. No, it's not me. I'm here because I love it. I'm here because I'm sharing my experience. I'm sharing the companies that I'm interested in, and meeting some cool ass people along the way. And that's all I could ever ask for, right? I don't care if I would never make a dime out of YouTube. Yes, the money would be nice to make a little bit, you know, because I put a lot of effort into these videos sometimes, and I do a lot of research and enjoy talking about it. But I could care less if I made any money from YouTube, right? I don't need it. I don't need it. And yes, I still work a full-time job. I do sales, and I enjoy it, man. I enjoy my life today. And 10 years ago, I could not say that, right? I was ready to end it. So, but anyway, ending up there. I know that was a long tangent. It's a little bit different type of a video. I just wanted to explain myself. And will I lose some subscribers after this? Probably. But that's just, you know, some type of people are that way. And they don't want to listen to somebody that was, you know, that's been an addict. And I can understand it, right? People have trust issues. People have family members that are addicts and are still in active addiction. So I can completely understand where people come from with that. It's a very sensitive topic because the shit wrecks families, and I completely understand. So, but anyway, in other news, the market has took a shit today. You know, it's kind of recovered now as of me recording this, but at one point, Kill was up to $6, and now it's back down to like $5.30. This name is so volatile, man. You know, the Q's got all the way down to, I think, down another 2% today. The markets are just in a weird spot. You know, and I've seen a lot of people talking about the SpaceX IPO coming out. You know, people are selling off their positions so they can buy SpaceX. That might be true smally, like it might be a small reason, but I don't really think. I just think people are spooked, man. I think people are getting spooked to the AI trade, and, you know, people are going to sell out and rotate into other things. We'll see what happens. But anyway, guys, that's my update for the day. I appreciate y'all. If y'all made it this far in the video, comment something down in the comments. Put, I don't know. If you made it this far in the video, put made it. You just type made it down in the comments if you made it this far. I really do appreciate y'all. If y'all did make it this far in the video, it really, truly means a lot. The channel has seen a lot of growth here lately, and that's another reason I wanted to get on here and kind of share who I was, to kind of, you know, make y'all a little bit more comfortable with me. Because I know how it is. Sometimes you watch these people on YouTube and you're like, I wonder who they really are behind the camera. Like, when the camera's off, I wonder what kind of person that really is. You know what I mean? So I always like to be up front. I always like to be honest. It makes me feel better about myself. Hopefully it makes y'all feel better about who you're watching. But I'm going to continue to make videos. I hope y'all continue to watch. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Later.